Well, it's Friday the 9th of July, tea time, and we're nearly finished planting this Centenary border. Still a few bits to do. In front of us now is about 2,000 of our stock dahlias approximately. They've certainly made some progress this week after last weekend's rains. They were all stopped Wednesday and Thursday. The centre's all removed to encourage them to push out, and already you can see them making progress, so there'll be a big difference I think next week. There's a few gaps we cannot fill in because of the tree roots there, but hopefully they'll be disguised by the mass planting that we've got in front. So as I mentioned in the previous video, some of this structural planting was put in about 6 or 7 years ago, effectively reject plants from the sales area that have actually come away extremely well. The Osteospermum there was planted about 3 years ago and has contended with couch grass and buttercups and just about everything else over the last few years, but looking remarkably good now that we've got the area cleaned up. Yes, at the minute lots of temporary labels on the bamboo sticks so we don't forget what we've put in. Yeah, I haven't managed to get the hose pipe cleared up since we've watered them all in yesterday, and then of course it rained today, didn't it? But it still helped. So yeah, the challenge is going to be maintaining this over the next few months, keeping it looking good, keeping it clean and keeping all these dahlias tied in. Some larger plants of Susan Gilbert went in at the back, but mostly we just planted spare plants that were in effectively 9cm pots. There's a lot of work in looking after not just this obviously, but basically the dahlia plants themselves, the giant and large in this block, which I've just noticed a couple of gaps. We've had a bit of a rabbit problem, so there's a couple being snapped off or eaten away there, so I'll have to remember to replace them on Sunday when I'm next in. Just love the flowers on this sambucus and the foliage. And you couldn't have a much better backdrop than that old dry stone wall, could you really? And this is where we've got up to. I think doing any more will be a bit of a challenge, because a number of years ago this area here had a 42-inch water main put through it, just as an additional supply for the north of Newcastle. And sadly the land's never been quite the same since. We hadn't realised sadly how much hardcore, because this was used as a sort of parking area for all the machinery temporarily. I hadn't realised how much of that was left. So hence the hunger in even the weeds. But a challenge, many challenges, it's overcomable, but I think we've got enough on our plate this year. That's Rosa rugosa Rosary de la Haye, beautiful fragrance as I'm walking past this. And that's Rosa rugosa Agnes. It's Hydrangea paniculata there, I think the variety is Limelight. And we've got Rudbeckias in here, we've got dark leaf dahlias in here, we've got a few fragrant roses in here, a Catalpa aurea in here, cistus, some hardy chrysanthemums for a late show as well. Going back to the dahlias, just showing you how they're coming away now. So these were stopped when we planted them. They were planted on the I think it was the 17th or the 18th of June, and these were planted directly into this past 100 compost I've mentioned about, effectively green waste composted well down, 2 or 3 inch layer of it, and these are well settled in now and breaking away quite nicely. So I'm happy with that. So my aim is hopefully to do an update every week as to where we're at with them all, so you can see what we're doing and how growth on this is progressing. So happy gardening weekend everybody. I'm away home.